Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans. We've got a busy show ahead on 1010XLAM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. Here's what's coming up, presented by Deep Eddy Vodka, handcrafted with real fruit. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are AFC South champions, division champs for the fifth time in franchise history. It'll be a 6-3 game in the AFC Wildcard playoff this Sunday. The Bills come to town to face the Jags. We'll preview the game. Josh Allen against Trevor Lawrence. We'll keep it real, as we always do, about that quarterback matchup. Fan questions, there are plenty. And we'll go around the NFL and take a look at the playoffs. JP Shadrick with you, former Jags defensive end Austin Lane in studio with me. We'll get to Pete Prisco coming up. Austin,
man,
Championship Monday. How are you?
Championship Monday. I'm doing great, and obviously now it's on to the Bills, but I'm still going back to Sunday, man, and taking that moment in. I had the little man there, so something special about watching Trevor get the 4K and everything, and then let's be honest, in that fourth quarter it was kind of cruise control from there. So just kind of taking everything with my son, division champions and everything. I mean, the only bad part about it was there wasn't a lot of Titans fans there to kind of put their faces in it or anything, because I was looking for one, Titans jersey or Titans fan with that crazy red hair just to kind of let them know about it. They were nowhere to be seen, man. But it started off a little on the rough side, right? And I said this in the pregame show, where when you talk about the Jaguars, who are a far better team, the equalizer could be physicality. I thought the Titans came out pretty physical to start their defensive drive and everything, but obviously the Jaguars countered, and I think Cam Ward getting hurt too kind of took the wind out of the Titans' sails.
Yeah, that changed the whole dynamic of the game defensively for the Jaguars. Pete Prisco, CBS Sports senior writer, joining us now, and the Jaguars, Pete, are AFC South champions. Good afternoon.
Just like some of us called a while ago, right?
Oh, yeah, just like you said in the preseason, right? Yeah.
No, I didn't say in the preseason. I admit that. No. Yeah. I did say they would be a playoff team about 6 weeks ago, though, so I'll take that one for it. But, look, I heard Austin talking right there. They looked flat to start that game. I mean, they didn't look good. Simmons whipped on Cleveland on the first play of the game, and then it went downhill in that series. And the first series on defense, I mean – it looked like it started off okay, and then they got hit on the screen pass, and then Cam Ward scrambled a little bit. So it was flat to start, which sometimes you can expect that. But a sign of a good team is reacting to all that. And right, Cam Ward went out, but the defense was still the same, and they didn't get stopped the rest of that game. So I thought it was what I said it should be, right? End it by the third quarter and sit down your quarterback, and that's what they ended up doing.
Well, and Pete, and this is why, to echo what you said last week about Trevor Lawrence, how it looks different, right? Because in the past you said when Trevor has that drop ball, the next play he throws, maybe it was an interception, but the guy drops it, and the following play, I think he hits that dime, it would have been to Parker Washington. Like, that looked different from Trevor Lawrence. Well, and in the first drive where the Titans kind of had the physicality on their end to come back out there and kind of establish your dominance, like that looked different. Because how many times have we talked about, whether it's going to Nashville or the Titans coming here, and we've had, the better the Titans lately, but there's been games where you're better on paper, but then the Titans, for whatever reason, they match you or even beat you physically, and they win the football game. And it was trending that direction, I thought, for the first drive or whatever. But then obviously they course corrected and it was fine. But that's why it felt different to me as well.
I mean, look, you had to put them away earlier, otherwise they would start believing. Even if the quarterback went out, that kind of helped you a great deal. But, I mean, defensively, they were believing early in that game, and you kind of took that away from them. Look, that's a good defensive front. Those two defensive tacklers are big, powerful players. They're tough to handle. That's good. That's good. Good way to prepare for the playoffs, because if you look at it, you're going to be playing some of those good, tough defensive teams. So I think that's a good thing for them. I think early on they kind of got them refocused again. Look, the offensive line had their moments where they got beat. Cleveland got beat a couple different times, I thought. But again, Sweat and Simmons are good players in there. It's tough to block those guys.
Jaguars, of course, finished with 8 consecutive wins to wrap up the regular season, tied for the second longest in-season win streak in Jaguars history, and they had to win every one. They've essentially been playing playoff football since they walked out of NRG Stadium in Houston and dropped that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter. Neither team has lost since then, the Texans or the Jaguars, and the Jags had to stay a game ahead, so they've pretty much treated it game by game, but you know what? They had no room for error, and they felt it the last 2 months here.
Yeah, they really did, and it was trending because obviously I was kind of scoreboard watching during that Jaguars game,
yeah.
but it was trending that you might get the rematch, might get the grudge match then with Houston having to come to Jacksonville. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen because I think that would have been some cinema. That would have been some, what does James Gladstone say? It would have been entertainment. I think if you want to talk about
right,
I would have been a little sports entertainment for you, but obviously the Bills coming to town with Josh Allen at the helm. I mean that's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, and look, I think it's the worst matchup you could have had. I'll be honest with you.
With the quarterback.
Yeah, he's the last of the stars in the AFC playoffs. No Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. So the last star left, true star left, is Josh Allen, and we know he's capable of becoming Superman. He can do that. So that's why I think it's the worst matchup. Now they have flaws. Don't get me wrong, they have a lot of flaws. But I think anytime you got to play a guy like that, he can get outside the pocket and create and make plays with his legs. It's just a pain to play a guy like that. So that's why I said it was the worst matchup of all of them.
Pete, let me ask you this. The way that the Bills look right now, is this the worst playoff team that Josh Allen has been on?
Because they don't throw it as well as they've thrown it. Yeah,
correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't. They're a team, when you look at their receivers, they don't scare you down the field. They're not fast, but they can get, they get those tight ends involved. And when those tight ends get involved, that becomes a problem. They run the ball. They're physical on the offensive line. But they don't scare you down the field. And that's been his problem all year long. But the other side of that is when they don't scare you down the field and he gets outside the pocket, those guys can get, free. They're smart enough to know how to get free. And Cooks has given him a little juice the last couple of weeks in the passing game. He can run a little bit. But I just don't think that they scare you down the field. But still, he's so dynamic and so creative that when he gets outside, it doesn't really matter if you win as long as you can get free. And they do a good job of that.
We're going to dig into some of the matchups here in the opening hour of the show. And then, of course, in the second hour, we'll keep it real about the quarterback matchup, Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence, some comparisons statistically between those two. It's Jaguars Happy Hour, 1010XL, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. Well, you said they have the best rushing attack in football, but the Jaguars have the best rushing defense in football, and it's a fantastic matchup on paper going in. What kind of stuff? You said they're physical on the line, Pete, up front. The Bills. Are they running between the tackles a bunch? It feels like Cook's running wide.
He runs between the tackles, but you also got to account for Allen. His ability to pull it and run helps that run game, just like Lamar Jackson's ability to pull it and run helps their run game. So it creates an advantage for them because he can run the football. But look. The right tackle is big and strong. The left tackle is one of the best in the league. They're physical up front in the middle of that line, and they do a great job with the tight ends of using them just like the Jaguars do in the run game. They're good blockers. Jackson Hawes. I don't know if you guys. He's a rookie out of Georgia Tech. He blocks like a tackle. He's essentially an extra tackle when he's on the field, and he's a problem. And so I think when you look at that. The way they use their tight ends, they get that run game going with Cook, and it's tough to stop. But, the flip side of that, and you mentioned Jaguars run defense, I want to give accolades to the guy. I know Josh Hines Allen did yesterday, but, man, Devon Hamilton has been fantastic. He really has, and goes unnoticed what he does for that team. The reason that they stopped the run the way they do is because of him. Mostly because of him and his ability to occupy and take on doubles. And he split a couple yesterday and made some plays. He came down the line and made a play on Sunday. I think he's the biggest reason why that run defense is what it is.
No, you're absolutely right. And it's a thankless position, right? And I don't even know if PFF counts those because you know about PFF. But I don't know if PFF even counts sometimes with Devon Hamilton for what he does doing the dirty work. But that's what he's asked to do. And, Josh Hines Allen said it, I think it was in training camp, how Devon Hamilton might be the best nose tackle on the entire NFL. And at least when it comes to stopping the run, I think the proof is in the numbers right now. The Jaguars are the best run-stopping team, and that is anchored by Devon Hamilton. I don't know if like the linebackers can buy him a gift like the quarterback buys like the offensive lineman a gift. Someone needs to buy Devon Hamilton a gift, bro, because he's doing all the dirty work. And I get it doesn't show up in the box score, but it's definitely, it should be celebrated. When you talk about Buffalo and their tight ends, and if you want to compare like a team that kind of had their way with the Jacksonville Jaguars, we're the only team seems like the Rams, right? And if you look at the 12 personnel percentages of like when the Bills run 12 personnel and the Rams run 12 personnel, it's about the same. So like if you're going to give the Bills some sort of credit in terms of like where they could scare you, it does scare you the fact of assuming Dalton Kincaid and Knox are both going to be healthy, the fact of when they do put two tight ends out there, you have two suitable blockers, number one, but two guys that can beat you in the receiving game as well, much like the Rams did in London.
Yeah, the Rams were using 13 at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 tight ends in the game, too.
I mean, they use 13, too.
Mm-hmm.
They'll use the 3 of them on the field together, too, because, Kincaid can flex out a little bit like a receiver, and since they don't have the dynamic receivers on the outside, I think that helps. The biggest difference, I think, between that Jaguars team when they played the Rams and now is Antonio Johnson. Antonio Johnson is night and day as a player. From last year, it's like unbelievable. But from that, even then to now, he's become a real player. He doesn't make as many mistakes. Remember, he used to get lined up wrong. He'd blow coverages. He doesn't do that. He's active. He's playing fast. You saw the pick six. I mean, it was thrown right to him, but he made a play on the ball. And I think he's the difference from where they were even back then. I mean, he's just been athletic, fast, breaking on balls. He just looks confident even in the run game. And I think he's the big – he might be – we always said Monteric Brown, most improved, Jerry and Jones, most improved. I think Antonio Johnson's the most improved player on the team. I really do.
By the way, if you watch this play, too, it's crazy seeing Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker on the same side rushing together now, too, because they're bumping Trayvon Walker down a little bit and kind of giving Josh Allen free reign of where he feels most comfortable from rushing from. And that could be an interesting component going forward, too.
Absolutely.
Hey, JP, how many years have I been calling for that?
Oh, as long as he's been in the league.
Yeah. Reduce him, put him inside, put Allen outside of him, and go get him. And by the way, he's so powerful when you do those tackle end stunts that he collapses and you can loop right around him. It's a great situation. I think they finally wised up to how to use that.
More of those and more jet sweeps. We should be good to go against Buffalo.
Yeah, get the jet sweeps.
No. I didn't see any of those yesterday, right?
No, well, they didn't need to. Yeah. I mean, they were just pummeling Tennessee.
No, but they were throwing shots down the field. It was almost like they didn't. 3 straight weeks, by the way. It's almost been like they don't really care about the run game, right?
I mean,
against Tennessee, their secondary stinks, Pete. I mean, throw it at them too.
And the Jets tried to take away the run. Remember, so they threw it against them. So look, I'm not faulting them for it. I think that's what I would have done. But it is kind of funny when you look at it because you got to run. Well, you're going to have to run at some point in the playoffs. You know that.
Yeah, you would think so. And I think the conversation last week with us was, do they try to establish the run game a little more, get your identity going, especially when you plan to make a playoff run? And coming out with empty bunch didn't really seem like you wanted to run the football, right? I think it was more maybe getting Trevor Lawrence his cred, giving Trevor Lawrence over 4,000 yards, and more power to you. But this has kind of been the beauty, I guess, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite him, but this has been the refreshing thing, I feel like, of this team, where even if you can't run the football, that's okay. Like, there's some teams in the NFL, some good teams in the NFL, if you stop their run, they're almost a shell of themselves. The Jaguars haven't really showed that. Where, okay, you want to stop the run? Cool. Here's Parker Washington. Here's Jacoby Myers. Here's Brenton Strange. Obviously, being led by Trevor Lawrence. Like, if the Bills want to go all out to try to stop the run and shut down ETN, I wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah. We'll dig into that matchup coming up. The Jags offense against this Bills defense is number 1 in the NFL against the pass, by the way, the Bills. So we'll dig into that. Also, we're going to flip it around.
Yeah, but it's because teams have run all over them, too.
That's part of it, right? We'll dig into some reasons why, Pete, and that might be one. I mean, you just killed the tease.
Well, I mean, when you say that, like, okay, it's something to be proud of. You also got to look closer into those numbers a little bit.
Which was what we're going to do.
We're going to do it, man.
We are going to
literally go on a break, man. Cancel all the breaks.
Literally do it is what we're going to do when we come back. We're back in a moment. We're going to do what Pete said. Want customized Jags furniture for your home? Check out zipchair.com and browse all customizable options. ZipChair, furniture for fans. We are off and running, just underway. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Builders score big with DL Cabinetry. As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
Frank Frangie here. When you think of barbecue in Jacksonville, it's got to be Bono's Pit Barbecue. For over 75 years, Bono's has been smoking Jacksonville's favorite barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So go to bonosbarbecue.com or call their fantastic catering department at 904-332-7427. That's 904-332-7427. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Coach McDermott and that staff, they've won a lot of football games and a lot of playoff games, a lot of hard, big games, and they're going to look at everything, right? They're going to look at everything that we've done. They're going to look at what they do and how to combat those things, different ways that we create explosives on offense and vice versa, how to defend those things. I think they're pretty buttoned up that way. So it's really about continuing to find things that you're good at, making them look maybe a little bit different or calling them at different times, whatever it is. But you can't get away from what has got you here and ultimately what you hang your hat on in so many ways. So it's definitely that chess match that's fun about coaching.
Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach, earlier today. Full press conference at Jaguars.com and Jaguars YouTube. Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans, 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube, JP Shadrick, Austin Lane from the Hyundai Studios in Jacksonville, Pete Prisco from down in South Florida. And the question to the coach there was about kind of sticking to your guns as a play caller once the stage is heightened a bit in the playoffs, and that was as part of his response there. And you know what? He's got the quarterback playing at a high level right now, obviously, which has changed the whole dynamic of what this team is doing overall. But they're spreading the wealth on offense. Every skill player had a catch yesterday against Tennessee. I mean, that's kind of the way it goes when you're up 41-7. Some guys off the bench come in and play. And the run game. Pete, you mentioned that the run game the last few weeks has not really been a priority. But should it be this week against the Bills team that doesn't rank very highly against the run? We don't hear you, Pete.
You'd like to run. You'd like to run the ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you run the ball, then that keeps Josh Allen off the field, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, but here's the problem with that. And I've always said this, guys. If you run the ball and you don't get touchdowns, then they go get one, and you come back and you still want to try and run the ball, and you get another field goal or something, and then they go get another touchdown, you look up your 14-6, and your plan goes out the window anyways, right? Mm-hmm. So I think you have to be true to who you are. If they're going to, if you can run it and you're getting chunks at it, keep running it. But if they choke that off early in the game, then go do what you do and throw that ball around. Because I don't think they're great on defense. They have coverage issues. Tre'Davious White's had problems all year. I think, and Hairston was the guy, the first-round pick, they were going to try and get him playing, and he got hurt on Sunday. And so I think there's one of those situations where, yeah, if you can run it, you run it. But I still think you got to be true to who you are. And who they have become is led by an MVP candidate quarterback. That's who they are right now. And so I think you got to be true to that in the playoffs too.
Yeah, it's wild because when the season first started, I was calling for Travis Etienne to run the ball 30, 40 times a game, right? Because it controls the clock and makes things a lot easier for you on offense. But then as the season progressed, we saw teams try to take that run away, and we saw the ball in Trevor Lawrence's arm more, and guess what? Like, they didn't skip a beat putting up 30-plus points a game. Like, I understand now it's the playoffs and everyone's 0-0 and all this stuff, but, like, if the true game plan is to run the football and control the clock, like, is that what you truly want to do? Because can the Buffalo, I can't believe I'm saying this, but can the Buffalo Bills keep serve with the Jacksonville Jaguars right now on offense? Like, can the Bills put 30 when the Jaguars put 30? Like, can Josh Allen go toe-to-toe with Trevor Lawrence? Like, it's wild that we're talking about this, but I think it warrants consideration.
It does warrant consideration. The way Trevor Lawrence is playing, that's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
He is playing. Look, if you look at the odds for the MVP, he's third. I mean, he has worked himself into the conversation.
When does voting happen, Pete?
Today. I voted today.
Today's the last day?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to have our ballots in today.
Okay.
For everything. And so I definitely think he's played himself to a level where, A, the narrative from early in the season and from a lot of people outside of Jacksonville that he was a bust is done. You can forget that. I mean, anybody who was calling him a bust was being absurd. We were hard on him because he wasn't playing very well early in the season, in large part because the offense is complicated. He didn't quite get it. They had a lot of mistakes. The receivers were dropping balls, and he wasn't trusting any of them, and he didn't trust his offensive line. But all that now, you can see how confident he is. He goes back in the pocket and he rips it. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no hitching. There's none of that. He's ripping it. He's knowing where to go with the football, and he rips it. So that's who you are right now. You're a quarter MVP type quarterback throwing it around to receivers who are getting open and catching the football. So why get away from that? Because it says in the postseason that you have to be something you're not. I don't agree with that.
I'm trying to get Travis Etienne paid still.
That's what you're trying to say.
You really are.
I don't know. I don't know if they're listening to me.
In the fourth quarter.
Pete, I don't know if they're listening to me the past couple weeks. So, like, we got to shut Austin up. He's talking way too much about Travis Etienne. Let's just give the ball to Trevor Lawrence a little more, and let's take the rushes down for Travis Etienne and try to get him at a discount, maybe.
Man.
Well, let me ask you guys this, because we had this argument with a guy that I work with, and you guys know him. You know Leger Douzabel. He played for the Jaguars. He played for the Bills.
Yeah.
And Leger is insistent that James Cook is the MVP of the Bills. And we just laugh in his face because it's just look, James Cook led the league in rushing. Does anybody go into a game saying that Josh Allen isn't the MVP of that team? Come on. If Josh Allen goes nuts, you're losing. If Josh Allen goes, 12 for 22 and throws 2 picks, you're winning. It's that simple. And so we have that argument, and it goes back to the way the Jaguars play now. It's Trevor Lawrence's team. As much as you want to run the ball and be a physical team, that's who they are right now. Don't get away from it. Don't go into the game and not be true to who you are, because you're playing a playoff game against a team that's been in it, And you look at their stats, like you said, and they're number one in pass defense. Well, they're number one in pass defense in large part because everybody's run on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it like this, Pete. I was looking at I put myself back in those defensive meetings, and granted, I've been out of the game for 10 plus years now, but I feel like the meetings haven't changed that much. They're always going to put the game records on the board, right? And if you have a quarterback who's in the top 5 conversation year after year, guess what? The number one game record is going to be that quarterback. So it's definitely Josh Allen. And I get James Cook is a great running back in his own right. He's a capable receiver as well, so you got to keep an eye on him. But that team is still Josh Allen's team. Just like I think if I'm the coordinator right now for the Buffalo Bills, I'm the DC, I'm putting Trevor Lawrence up there. I'm not going to put Travis Etienne up there. I'm not going to put Brian Thomas Jr. I'm not going to put – it starts with Trevor Lawrence, and then it branches off of there.
I'd probably put Brenton Strange up there, too.
What's that, JP?
I'd put Brenton Strange on that list.
You put Parker Washington up there, too? Because Parker's
playing pretty well.
Yeah, but the guy who makes it go is the quarterback. You know that. And in some teams, even when they run the ball, the quarterback is a liability. Neither one of those quarterbacks is a liability. They're the assets. That's what they are. Earlier in the season, Trevor Lawrence might not have been the asset, but he is now. And so be true. If they come out and they're not who they are, I'm going to be so disappointed in the way they play football next week if they don't do that. Seriously, you can't change. And I don't think Liam Cohn will change. I just don't. I don't think he's going to change at all. I think he's a great play caller, and I don't think he's going to be one of those guys that gets all tight in the moment. This is gravy.
No, for sure.
This is gravy right now.
But Pete, here's the thing, and I think we all know this about Liam Cohen. I think his biggest attribute is the fact that his ability to adapt. He doesn't necessarily I get it, goes to Trevor Lawrence right now. But it didn't when they were having success as well with the running game. So, I think he just takes what the defense is going to give him. We've seen the Bills. We know what they're about on defense. They can't stop the run. Would it be crazy to expect 12 personnel for the Jacksonville Jaguars and just run Etienne until they can't stop it? Because, we saw it yesterday against the Tennessee Titans. You can beat them through the air. We say the identity. Are they going to try to pound the rock and form the identity for the playoffs? They didn't. They beat them through the air because that's how you beat the Titans. You beat the Bills, at least on paper and watching film, with the run game.
But I will say this, that the Bills have gotten better against the run the last month of the season. They've gotten guys back. And some of those, like Deion Walker, young rookie defensive tackles, played much better for them as of late. He's a big, massive body in there. So they've improved in the run. They've gotten guys healthier. The linebacker crew was, broken down. Shaq Thompson's actually played well for him when he was in there. So you look at the group and they've got better. Look, I spent 2 days in Buffalo with them in training camp. They were my pick to win it all. That's how good I thought they were going to be. Now they've had a ton of injuries. Things have kind of not fallen their way a little bit. They're out on the road, but they still. If you ask the majority of national people out there to pick a team in the playoffs that's not a seed, a top seed that could make a run and go to the Super Bowl, you know who they're going to pick. They're going to pick the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. And so, because there's still a ton of talent. Bosa can get going in the playoffs. Sack, fumble, game over guy. He can do that. Russo's a big physical pass rusher. And, Milano has been in a lot of wars. And guys have been around. And so I think, again, there's also age in the secondary, which you can attack. Poyer, they picked him back up. He's in there
for
now.
A long time.
Right?
Yeah.
Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
He was never a burner to begin with, and now he's in year 12 or 13 or whatever he's in. So I think there's ways to attack them, and I think they'll be able. I think this might get a little high scoring. I really do.
Okay.
I think we might see points in this game because look, Jacksonville's defense has played the run well, but when he gets going and gets cooking, that's going to be a problem for him, particularly if you don't pressure him.
Got to also take a look at the injury report when that comes out this week for the Jaguars and the offensive lines. If you're going to run the football, Cole Van Lannon most likely will end up on that this week. We'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, what did they say that was after the game? He didn't seem too upset about it after when he was sitting in his locker.
I think they're just going to kind of wait and see how the week goes. It didn't seem like it. Now, it's not my knee, so I can't say that it's a minor injury. You know what I mean? But
he was in good spirits, all things considered, though, right? You can kind of tell sometimes in a post-game interview if a guy's going to be out.
If I tear up my knee, now I'd be in good spirits after I got a nice contract extension anyways, but if I tear up my knee or if I injure my knee, and even if you win the division, you're not going to be in great spirits. So I think you're right, Austin.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like it was that big a deal.
But we'll have to see on Wednesday when that first report comes out about him. And then Patrick McCary as well, the right guard, if he's going to be back from his back injury, and that'll change what they do up front. But they've been able to adjust all season if guys are not available. We've got plenty ahead. We'll come back in a moment. We'll take a deeper look at this Jaguars defense and what they've done this year and what they can do this Sunday against this Buffalo Bills offense. Is that okay with you, Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk some playoff football, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it for a few weeks. How about that?
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
By the way, I think we will.
Oh, is that a precursor to a lock? Hold that thought.
No.
Hold that thought.
No.
Back in a moment. 1010XL, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. It's Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Football and Miller Lite. Duval's greatest pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going well past postgame. Sunday night overtimes. Followed by Monday morning pride. Knocking on bar tops for luck. Kicking back on any given Sunday. You never forget the way some things taste. Jags football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Jaguars fans, it's time to show up and show out. Get game day ready with fresh gear from Fanatics. Rock your teal and black with the new sideline collection, head-turning headwear, and exclusive drops you won't find anywhere else. Visit any of our 11 convenient locations throughout the stadium and rep your Jags in style. The Jaguars Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank, Advantage You. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
He's extremely impressive. I remember, we played him in 2020 and we played him again in 2022, and he did some really good things against us, like stiff arming defenders, throwing the ball down the field a million miles, and I've got a lot of respect for their coaching staff. I know some of the guys on the offensive staff specifically, and to watch him play, the competitor, so many playoff games, division, whatever it is, big games, he typically shows up and makes critical plays at critical moments, and that's why he's been an MVP candidate for a long time.
That is the head coach, Liam Cohen, earlier today in his Monday press conference, and the full presser at Jaguars.com and Jaguars YouTube. Welcome back. Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Jet Home Loans. We're at the Hyundai Studios, the Miller Electric Center, 1010XL, AM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube, JP Shadrick, Pete Prisco, Austin Lane, Bills, Jaguars, an AFC Wildcard playoff game, 1 o'clock kickoff time, Everbank Stadium, Jacksonville. The Jags 4-1 in home playoff games all time. The one is not a good
We know the one. We know the one.
I knew that was coming, Pete. Thank you.
Oh
no. Oh, no. So, hey, Jags defense against, obviously he was talking about Josh Allen there. Liam Cohen was the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. And we touched on it. Number one rush defense against the number one running offense for the Bills, and the dual threat ability of Josh Allen. Pete, you talked about the tight ends, but anything else scare you in their passing game at all on the Bills, the receivers? Like, or are they all just guys?
No, look, Shakir can get going in the intermediate area, and they throw a lot of, we talk about a team that throws a lot of bubble screens to the side. I mean, I have joke around that they go run bubble screen, go make a play on third down, Josh Allen. They've been kind of predictable this year. So Shakir's good in the intermediate area. Kincaid, he's in and out of the lineup. If he stayed in the lineup, he's a factor in the middle of the field. And then when they go to the, two tight end set, Knox can catch the football. They're both pretty good blockers. Knox is a good blocker. Jackson Hall is a great blocker. But they don't scare, like I said, they don't have anybody who takes the top off. I mean, you saw who caught a touchdown pass yesterday for him, right? Speaking of not taking the top off, Gabe Davis.
Oh, man. How about
Gabe
that?
Davis, breakout game incoming in Jacksonville.
How about that?
Please.
So, I mean, look, I think and that's, like, when you watch teams play, and you can play them in a phone booth, I think that's an enormous advantage for you. And it's the reason why Josh Allen hasn't been as good this year throwing down the field. You just they don't scare you. And you know that, Austin. When you can play a team that doesn't scare you down the field, you can do a lot of different things to compensate for that.
Yeah, Shakir is kind of like the gadget guy where if you get him in space, he can make some plays happen. So you have to be mindful of that. Coleman's been a guy that they really like coming in as a rookie, but he hasn't really produced a lot. I mean, he can definitely be a red zone threat just based off his size alone, but I think they wanted more of a relationship with him and Josh Allen, and they haven't really got that with Coleman. He's been benched actually a couple times. So, I mean, he doesn't necessarily
shows up late for meetings and stuff. I mean, he's a kid that's not quite focused the way they want to.
I love it.
Yeah, so no, needless to say, they don't scare you, but it starts with Josh Allen. Right? Like, Josh Allen has the capabilities to make anybody look good. I mean, I had Brandon Cooks on my first team. Oh, I forgot about him. Well, Brandon Cooks a couple weeks ago had a pretty great day, and it was due to Josh Allen getting the football.
Here's the other thing. When we talk about him getting outside the pocket, look, if a receiver's smart, and they have smart receivers, Shakir's a smart receiver, Cooks has been around the league. If you don't plaster, they're going to get open. Mm-hmm. And so when that's the way they get a lot of big plays out of that offense is by him getting around, scrambling around, and you don't contain him, and then he hits the shot when you don't plaster the receivers. That's the most important thing.
Here's a question, too. I mean, Josh Allen has been dinged up a little bit, right? How's his foot, Pete?
That's what we don't know. He took the snap yesterday to keep his streak alive, but I don't think he was going to play anyways because the game didn't mean anything to him. And so, we don't know what happened. Look, the guy gets beat up on a constant basis, so you don't know if he's truly ever really hurt. He's one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 6'5", 240, so he's taking shots from people sometimes.
And granted, I'm sure getting that week of rest, I mean, they kind of touted him out there, take a bow and everything in front of the, whatever the stadium's called the last time.
Highmark.
The Highmark Stadium, Thank you very much. But if you go back 2 weeks, who they played 2 weeks ago where he had the errant throw? Yeah, the Eagles. I mean, just watch the last play of the game where the game's literally on the line, 2-point conversion, and he has a guy wide open and he doesn't make the throw. And he wasn't really under pressure either. It's just, I think, a fact of, that foot or that ankle, whatever's bugging him, was hampering him with that throw. So, yeah, maybe there's a week of rest and he feels better, but I don't expect him to be 100% coming into Jacksonville.
No, and by the way, nobody's 100. You know that nobody's 100%.
No one's 100% either. Yeah,
there's not a soul in the league that's 100%. No. But I go back to when they played the Texans, and if you go back to that game, they went into that game and tried to run the ball, didn't run the ball very well, and got put in obvious passing situations. And when he got put in obvious passing situations, he got beat up in that game, beat up. And so I think if you're the Jaguars and you can do that and they come in and they hand it off to Cook and you stop that run, even if it's Josh Allen, you can keep him contained. You can hit him. That's where, and Austin, as a guy who rushed the passer, contain is so important when you're playing this guy.
It's everything.
I mean, you can't let him out.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those types that it's going to give you some nightmares as a defensive coordinator in terms of trying to come up with pass rush games to try to implement, just because any game that, and keep in mind, the Jaguars like to run games sometimes, right? Whether they're blitzing or everything, but anytime you run a game, if the guys aren't on their P's and Q's, a hole can open up, and that's the last guy, whether he's 80%, 70%, that you want getting through a hole. Because number one, he can buy himself time and find the open man, or number two, he's going to take off and stiff arm you or lower shoulder. So this has to almost be, I don't want to say rush cautious, because you never want to rush cautious with anybody, but you have to be mindful of, maybe I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of my speed just to make sure I'm on the same level, right? Because the last thing you want to see is what you saw in that fourth quarter against Houston when Davis Mills scrambled out because, Josh Hines-Allen got upfield a little bit too far. Mills takes off to score the game-winning touchdown. You don't want to see that against Josh Allen.
And the other thing is, you might spy him. You might spy him with like
idea.
Devin Lloyd.
Lloyd would be that guy for you? Yeah.
Well, because he can run.
Yeah.
I think he's got good size. He would probably be the guy. And he's not, let's be real, he's not a great coverage linebacker. So if you spy with him, I think that might be work to your advantage. And maybe you can keep an eye on Josh Allen. Drop him into cover, but keep an eye on him. Don't drop him too deep. And so if he does get, because Josh Allen will scramble up the middle now too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He's not just going out the outside. He'll go right up the middle. If the seam opens up, he's going up there and making plays that way.
And he's not afraid of lower shoulder either.
No.
So maybe maybe LaQuinn Allen as a spy, just for a play, just to see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Give him a rib shot.
By the way, in a weird you mentioned him yesterday because he actually got run over on a play on Sunday. LaQuinn Allen, which doesn't happen.
He got ran over one, and then there was the first sack with Simmons, and I don't know. Once again, I don't know what PFF says, but there was a miscommunication between the running back and I think it was Ezra. Somebody messed up their assignment in terms of sliding, but Simmons just gets by easily. So I don't know whose fault that was, but.
Allen was chirping back and forth with Simmons a lot of the game, which was nice to see. He's not scared.
Yeah, well,
I thought Simmons was going to be ejected halfway through that game.
He's brought some swagger and some attitude, that guy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love that. Hey, we're back in a moment, and we've got Microsoft Copilot warmed up and ready.
What kind of question you got for him today?
A really good postseason question.
Okay, there's a tease.
All right. Well, me and Austin will decide if it's a good question or not.
I'm sure you will.
Market, you've been going way too easy on that thing.
I don't want to break my computer.
Great Wi-Fi in here, man. Give it something hard. Let's go.
Back in a moment. And from the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars Souvenir Cup, thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
I'm Foye Lewican from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or under the influence is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. Remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead. Have a designated driver or get a ride home. Keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow! Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
You know, Trevor, because it's fun, we appreciate you so much for everything you do. I just want you to know all of Jacksonville behind you. We know it's a meme that's kind of going viral, so we got your own video.
Man, in the locker room after the game, Jarian Jones presenting Trevor Lawrence with his own grill. Welcome back. It's Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane here in Jacksonville, Pete Prisco in South Florida.
My son saw that and now has asked for one as well for his birthday in February. In which case I had to tell him, wait for that NIL money to kick in when you go to college, because it could be any grills coming from dad's pocket.
It all started because there was this meme online. Somebody had made an AI image of him with the diamond grills. Yeah. There you go. So now he's got a real one.
So, yeah, Jarian Jones is another one who adds edge to that team.
Yeah.
Which I think they needed. I think they need that. And by the way, they've loosened up the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And the quarterbacks kind of giving it back to him too. You just stuff you hear that he's become that guy now. Like, he's not going to take anything anymore. You know what I mean? The drop passes, he's not taking it anymore. And I think that's one of the best changes. It's his team now.
Yeah,
it's your team. Mm-hmm. He's finally realized, I'm the guy. We're going to go as far as I can, and it's my team. And he's acting like it.
Yeah, he's rocking some bling now as well, man. Pete, speaking of bling, you got some bling around. What is that? A candy necklace? What do you got around your neck there? What are you
I got a necklace. Come on,
you got a little
man.
bling now? A little candy necklace? I see you, man.
No, it's real.
You got some Smarties on there? I see you.
Dog tag and some other stuff on there.
Oh, wow.
Italian horn.
Wow, you can't hide it, huh? You can't hide it.
No, you can't.
Can't hide it. I like it, man. That CBS money. Good for you.
We need to get Pete Prisco
I've
some
had
grills.
these for a long time.
I got you.
We need to get you some grills.
Get you some grills, Pete.
Nah. Man, hey, let me ask you this. From watching on TV, it seemed like the crowd was loud. Was it? Was it loud? Like
I was there, man. It was loud, and because obviously when we talk about playing other teams, some fan bases travel better than others, right? I maybe saw 6 Titans jerseys in that stadium the whole time.
Yeah, why would they come out? No.
Yeah, why'd you come out for that, right? Yeah. Stick to your bachelor parties. So, yeah, all we saw was Jaguars fans in that stadium, and it was like, the top was, it was a little vacant for a little bit to start the game, but I would say overall, Pete, it was a great showing, and, yeah, people were excited. I mean, the coolest thing was hearing the MVP chants at the end for Trevor. Yeah, that was cool.
I bet that place is packed this week.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet there's going to be a lot of Bills fans in there, too.
It's fine.
Well, you know that because that's who they are. They fill up, no
accommodating.
matter where they go, they get tickets.
It happens.
It's not like that's not an insult to Jacksonville. I hope people don't think that is, because they go everywhere. It doesn't matter where they play; they get the tickets. And so, but again, the atmosphere hadn't been around there in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It had the playoff game when they played with against the Chargers, and that way, and the Titans' last game of the year that year was big too. But over the course of 2 decades, there hadn't been that many like that.
No, there is not.
No.
Time now to check out Microsoft Copilot. It's a weekly feature here on Jaguars Happy Hour. It's Austin
For their
Lane's
layup
favorite.
answer.
It's mine.
What is the Jaguars' playoff record all time? And it does a little work for you. It comes up with the answer. The Jacksonville Jaguars' all-time playoff record is 8-8 and even 500 across 16 postseason games in franchise history. And check out Microsoft Copilot. Yeah, Jags in the playoffs for the first time since 2022. A division title that year, and there's been a lot that's happened between now and then. But Jaguars, of course, made a 2-game run in that playoff run. The win against the Chargers, the loss against the Chiefs in the divisional round. And you know what? Who's lost to the Chiefs a lot? The Buffalo Bills. So 4 of their last 5 exits have been to Kansas City, and they're no longer in the tournament.
Yeah.
By the way, the Bills come in with a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Because they're all gone now. It's like this is Josh Allen's run, right? Allegedly.
If not now, when? That's the motto.
Pete, we obviously feel a certain type of way about the Bills coming here, right? Josh Allen scares you a little bit, but as far as the team's concerned, I think, Jags fans like their chances. But how do you think Bills fans are seeing the Jaguars? Like, what are the Bills talking about? Like, are they afraid of Jacksonville? Are they buying into the hype, or are they just going to say, it's a flash in the pan, stuff like that?
I think until you see it happen in the postseason, you're going to be skeptical of it. Okay. I think that's just the nature of it. Okay, let's just say same exact team. Jaguars were the same exact team, but they were the Ravens, and they had to go to Baltimore. They'd be more fearful of that game than they are going in, if you know what I mean, by going into Jackson, because they don't know. They don't know who they are, but they see the uniform and they say, "Oh, it's the Jaguars. That's the Ravens. Or that's the Or if it's the same team and it's Pittsburgh, oh wow, look at the Steelers. You got to go there." They don't know. So I think it's kind of an unknown for those fans. They don't really know. And with the Chiefs, same team. If it was a Chiefs team, they'd be worried about it more than they would be if it's the Jaguars, just because of who it is. It goes back to the small market team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, the small market has been killing that franchise for years in a lot of ways. And I've been around it and argued with many writer and journalist and TV guy about it for Pro Bowls and Hall of Fame. And they did it again last week to Fred Taylor. I mean, they did it again.
True. Yeah. True.
Once again, the Supreme Court justices of the National Football League decided they didn't think Fred Taylor was a Hall of Famer. They're morons.
I like that. Well, if you don't know about the Jaguars, you're about to find out, I think. They are on a run right now that is epic. 8 straight wins to finish the regular season. And since the Week 8 bye, the Jaguars have averaged just under 33 points per game. They are blowing teams out. It's not like, okay, one-score games, which is most of the league. I mean, they're, 6 of those 8 in the run are by 2 scores or more. Yeah. I mean, it's not even close right now.
And I said this earlier on this season, like this is the mark of any great team is, okay, you win the tough ones, right? You go on the road to Denver and you win that game when people were doubting you. But how do you do in the games that you're supposed to win? And do you win those games decisively? And so far for this run, whether it's the Jets, whether it's the Titans twice, like they've had no problems beating these opponents. And we've seen other teams falter, when presented that challenge. So, I mean, obviously the big wins against the Chiefs and the Broncos speak volumes, but to me, it's the wins against the inferior competition and dominating that inferior competition that speaks volumes just as well.
And I can't remember the exact stat. Somebody in our research department read it to us the other day, but I think their 8-game winning streak margin of victory is as big as anybody since, 2000 or something like that, I think it is?
I mean,
since the Ravens?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's
since the Ravens. I think it's the 2000 Ravens, I think.
Wow.
Which, I mean, or one of those Ravens team, but that's pretty amazing. And it's 19 points a game is what they've averaged winning by in those 8 games. And they don't get enough credit for that, in large part because, like you said, Austin, they look at the schedule, they say, oh, it's the Jets, it's the Titans, but then they discount the fact they blew out the Broncos.
In Denver. Everybody forgets about that. Chargers?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If the 49ers had won Saturday night, they would have beat both the 1 seeds on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, which they don't get enough credit for. How many? Okay, the playoff teams that they beat playoff teams, by the way. A lot of these teams, the New England Patriots beat one team with a winning record, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
So they beat playoff teams. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Texans. They beat the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos.
What do they got? 4 wins against playoff teams?
Yeah. And like decisive wins, not like
the only one that, like we said last week, the only one who blew them out was the Rams.
Yeah.
And that was in London.
That's right.
JP, do we got a research department like Pete's got?
No.
No, we don't need one, huh? The internet, Copilot, we're good to go.
Man.
Yeah, we're good to go.
We got Copilot.
It must be nice over there, Pete. You got the gold chains and research department over there, man. Man, you're living great over there.
Those guys do a great job with all that stuff. They get data and everything else. Yeah. Hey, the Jaguars send out some good nuggets too, man. They get some good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Jags beat the Panthers too. That's the other playoff team.
There you go.
Yeah, well, it's hard to count them.
Well, no, they're a playoff team. If you want the stat to be right, ask your research department what they say.
Feels upset with the losing record, hosting a playoff game, but that's another debate.
Research department just gave me that too.
But here's the other one too. Think about this: if that phantom pass interference isn't called against the Bengals, they would have been the number 1 seed.
It's a great question. We're back in a moment. It's hour 2 of the program. It's Jaguars Happy Hour.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas, 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn.
Renewal by Andersen is ringing in the new year with a happy renewal year sale. Buy one, get one, 40% off all replacement windows and doors. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 1 year. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Sale ends January 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Andersen, where comfort meets savings.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are a part of it. Introducing First and Forward, a development partner program highlighting the significant contributions made toward the transformative efforts to the city of Jacksonville. Thank you, Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, Office Images, Sims Crane, Start Tech, and People's Gas. Championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward program. The First Coast Forward Together. To learn more, visit Jaguars.com/forward together.
So many people contributed to this. So many. Even today, every single skill player caught a pass today, guys. Think about that. So many records, guys. So many records. How about Cam? Guys, hey, such a great team win. Such a great team win. Man, this is a special group. This is a special group. And I'm so proud to be a coach. So proud to be here with you guys. But man, this work's just getting started now, man. This work's just getting started now, man.
Work's just getting started. Hats and T-shirts in the locker room. Jaguars are AFC South champions. And welcome back. It's hour 2 of Jaguars Happy Hour. And it is presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game. We're on 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. JP Shadrick with you in the opening drive for hour 2, presented by Target Zero. Let's get everyone home safely. The Jaguars blow out the Titans, which is always good. And they secure the AFC South title, which is definitely great. The 5th time in franchise history, the Jaguars are division champions. 3rd time in the AFC South. The Jaguars now making their 9th trip to the playoffs all time in their 31st season of football. The Jaguars finished with 8 consecutive wins, tied for the 2nd longest single-season win streak in team history. Jags defense finished 1st in the league against the run, 2nd in the league with 31 takeaways. That's the 2nd most in team history. Jags set team records for points scored, touchdowns scored, and now the Jaguars will host an AFC Wildcard playoff game. The 6-seed Buffalo Bills, 12-5, meet the 3-seed Jacksonville Jaguars, 13-4. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff time on Sunday on CBS. The A crew will be here. Nance, Romo, and Tracy Wolfson. And they'll have Josh Allen against Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback matchup. The number 1 rushing attack in Buffalo, number 1 rushing defense in Jacksonville. Austin Lane with me here in studio. Pete Prisco down in South Florida. The Jaguars back in the playoffs, and that's fun. You know, we didn't see or hear there was Liam Cohen's entrance into the room and the fist pump that he's been known for, and, you know, how's that feel and all that. But we've got the slow-mo.
Here we go again.
What do you think? What do you think, Austin? A little
that
wet.
thing's going to come off. He's going to separate that shoulder, pop that shoulder one of these days.
I mean, this dude's getting quite the work. I mean, this is like school ball type of workload right now in the postseason for Liam Cohen, man. Like, I don't know how much more that shoulder can sustain. We're hoping for the best. Obviously, big game coming against the Bills. What, this is 8 weeks in a row now?
Yes.
8 weeks in a row. He's been at elevation. He's done it. He's been in Indy. He's done it. Obviously, below sea level in Jacksonville. Like, watch it.
Boom!
Man,
look at
that. And let's watch the water too. You don't want him slipping and stuff. I mean, it's
pretty good.
So celebrate it when you can. And shout out to Cam Little as well. Next time, though, I'm going to need the Jaguars to take the delay of game and push them back 5 more yards because I was surrounded by so many children, you know, with the whole 6-7 thing because of a 6-7 yard field goal. So there's 6-7s going all around the stadium, which it is what it is there. Yeah.
By the way, was no hoodie celebrations? I didn't see any of those.
I think they had a celebration. I think at some point there was a photo. Actually,
but usually they send out pictures and video and stuff, and you see the hoodie going nuts. We saw the embrace for 14 minutes that one week.
Right.
Right. They did send out a picture. I saw the picture on the sideline
of the hoodie and James
embrace,
kind of embracing.
Okay.
But how long did it last was the question. Didn't see the video.
Yeah.
He didn't have the hoodie on Sunday. He had an old throwback sweatshirt on. It looked
well, it was a throwback day. They were wearing the Prowler throwback jerseys.
Right. Right, but they should be able to wear those in the playoffs, by the way.
I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
By the way, they asked Liam Cohen today. Somebody, I think it was Gary Smits, asked Liam Cohen, where did the how's that feel in the locker room come from? Did it just magically come? Did you think of it and just go with it? And he's like, nope, that was my dad. His dad coached him on his teams, and he did that after every win, and they won a lot. And that's where it's a tribute to his father, who's here in the building pretty much every day, and lives down here now. But that's where it came from. So it's really to honor his dad, and he's carried it over now into the Jaguars locker room.
Lululemon printed T-shirts, man. How's that feel? I like it. That's a mantra.
But
right
did
there.
you see the shirts they had? Been there, won that. That's what their shirts were, right?
Yeah,
Been there, won that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, when it comes to Liam Cohen, he's done a fantastic job calling plays, but I think he's done an even better job of being a coach, which is saying something because I think he's a great play caller. But he gets it. He knows when to pull. He knows when to push. He knows how to relate to the players. I just think that's the modern player is a lot different than the player from 30 years ago.
Without a doubt.
It just is. They've been coddled a lot more. They've been babied a lot more. They get away with a lot more. And so you got to know how to coach them. And you can't just be the tyrant, or you can't be their buddy either. So it's got to be a fine line. And I think he's done a great job with that.
I mean, there's all types of coaches, right? There's the old school philosophy, rough around the edges. There's the new school, Cliff Kingsbury. Let's go have a, Capri Sun in Arizona during, a little water break and everything, and get on our cell phones. Like, there's tons of way in doing things. But I always say you can be the best at X's and O's. If you're not a people person, especially with this modern era of NFL athlete, it doesn't really matter. And I think more than anything, Liam Cohen understands how to be a people person. Like, yeah, guy can draw up a scheme and motions and all this stuff, and it's fantastic, but he's also a people person. And I think he's a people person in that he expects a lot out of you. He's going to hold you to a standard, and sometimes if that standard's not being met, he'll go on the sidelines and go like this, and people have an issue with it, talking to the quarterback like this, but I think it helped out Trevor Lawrence. But at the end of the day, I think everyone's in it together. And that, to me, the best coaches that I've had, they always brought it down. It wasn't a dictatorship. It was, you know what? Yeah, I'm calling the shots, I'm calling the plays, but this is our team together. And I think that's what Liam Cohen brings to the table. I think this team has responded to that as well.
The amazing thing is, and I said this on the air last week, I don't think this team's close to being where it's going to be.
Yeah.
This could be the start of something big and long-term. Because what are the ingredients of big and long-term, if you really think about that? Great coach.
Mm-hmm.
So far, he's off to a great start. Great quarterback. And the way that guy's played the last 8 weeks has been great. Not good, great. And so this is just the start. I really believe that. And you know me, I evaluate a roster. And how many times have I said that I think they're better? The sum of the parts is better than the parts. Eventually they're going to get the parts. And when they get the parts and they have the quarterback and they have the coach, you know what that leads to? Sustainable success.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads to attention, and that leads to not being considered the little small market team anymore. That's the whole key to the entire thing right there.
Well, Pete, I think the beautiful thing, though, too, is like I was in Kansas City right before they turned it around. And you could see they were going to turn it around because you had guys like Eric Berry, Derek Johnson, Jamal Charles. Like you had great leaders in that locker room, Tom Bosley, Justin Houston. They just didn't have the correct leadership to guide them. Well, with Andy Reid, it got to the point where it's like, hey, I'm Andy Reid. I can call my plays all day and everything. And eventually, you guys got to take the reins and know what it means to be a Kansas City Chief. Like, we're still in the infancy right now because this is still Liam Cohen's team. Yeah, it's Trevor Lawrence's offense and Josh Hines Allen's defense, all this stuff. But, like, it's still Liam Cohen leading the way. What's going to happen when you have enough players where you can say, okay, Trevor, to take the keys, lead him. Okay, Josh Hines Allen, lead him. Like, they aren't even to that point. I mean, they're getting there. But we're starting to see more pillars now. We're starting to see more of a foundation where in 2 or 3 years, Liam Cohen just got to worry about calling the plays because I think the locker room is going to monitor itself, and that's what building a culture, that's what building long-term success is all about.
I mean, getting guys signed to extensions, too, is important.
Yeah.
Before they get to the price where you're going to get too expensive. Mm-hmm. Getting Jacoby Myers signed, getting Cole Van Lannon signed. Mm-hmm. Those are wise decisions to do those now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's heading in the right. I mean, it's heading in a direction where if you're a Jaguar fan 3 years from now, you're going to look back at this little season and this run, right, whatever they do here, and say it's the start of something bigger because you have the quarterback and you have the coach.
Liam Cohen just became the 7th first-time head coach with 13 or more wins in a single season in NFL history, joining George Seifert of the Niners in 1989, Steve Mariucci of the Niners in 97, Jim Caldwell of Indy in 09, Jim Harbaugh of San Fran in 2011, Lant LaFleur, Green Bay 2019, Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota 2022. That is prime company. And, of course, the Jaguars joined the 2025 Patriots and the 1999 Colts as the only teams in league history to win 13 or more games one season after losing 13 or more games. So, Pete, is Liam Cohen a legitimate Coach of the Year candidate, and does he have enough juice to get it?
He should be, but I don't know if he has enough national juice to do it. Here's why. You hear some of the talk of who should be the Coach of the Year. If Kyle Shanahan had won the other night, I think he would have been and should have been Coach of the Year because of what he had navigated through to get that team to a number 1 seed. But he lost. And so now the conversation is, well, maybe Mike McDonald should be the Coach of the Year because they're the number 1 seed. But I think he's in the conversation. But when you look at it, how many wins did they have last year? 7 Seahawks?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Liam Cohen should be at the top or second or third of every single ballot. And you do it this way. You vote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how the voting is done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you just vote for one. You know, there used to be the award you vote for one guy and he'd win. Now you have to tier him and place him in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think he's certainly going to get his share of first place votes.
Is Vrabel the favorite, you think?
He's the favorite, but
yeah.
I mean, okay. How can you sit there and say Mike Vrabel over Liam Cohen when you look at who Vrabel's team has beaten too, by the way?
All right.
True.
Right.
I mean, that's different.
And listen, I don't know what goes all into the voting and everything. I feel like it's okay. Well, how did they finish last year? How are they finishing this year? Right? Like that's probably the basic one. And you could say, okay, well, look what the Patriots did last year, and now, you know, the Patriots this year are a spot ahead of the Jaguars, if you will. I don't know if that really means anything. But also, I think we look at Pro Bowl consideration. Well, the Patriots, for as good as a team they may or may not be, they only had 2 Pro Bowlers. They had May and Christian Gonzalez. You know, so I think it's a team that, once again, is.
Yeah, but who did Jacksonville?
No,
the long
listen,
snapper.
I'm with you. Yeah, Ross Madison, and that's it.
Right.
No, I'm
And he
with you,
hadn't
man. Like,
fouled.
listen, I think Liam Cohen deserves the nomination for sure. I think you can make a case for Vrabel. I think Kyle Shanahan how many teams can lose their starting quarterback for an extended period of time, have 0 defense, and still win football games? Like, I think Shanahan deserves, like, there's arguments for each side. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm in Jacksonville here, but I think with what Liam Cohen's had at his disposal, essentially a Pro Bowler, and with all due respect to Ross Madison, I mean, he's a long snapper, right? So, like, he's contributing, but, like, how much are you contributing to the offense and defense? So, if that's the case, then, yeah, I think it makes the grounds for, you should consider him for the Coach of the Year.
You know what's funny is if the Pro Bowl voting was done today, Trevor Lawrence would be a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Has to be.
Absolutely.
Has to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and plus the fans, the Pro Bowl voting's a joke. So it's hard. And I know it's the sad thing about Pro Bowls is that years from now, if somebody's trying to get in the Hall of Fame, they'll say, well, how many Pro Bowls did he go to? When the reality is it's a popularity contest and it doesn't really matter.
He might be the third alternate and get in, and he's a Pro Bowler.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
And plus, teams block vote against guys. We know that.
Oh,
Get my guy in so he doesn't get in. It's the whole thing, the whole process is a joke. To use those as a standard for putting a guy in the Hall of Fame is ridiculous. But back, you know, when you talk about Coach of the Year, this is the year when there's so many candidates.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Johnson, we didn't even mention him.
We didn't even talk about him.
What he's done.
Yeah.
Huh?
True.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the guy, you talk about the guys that don't get their due. Well, Denver was a playoff team last year, but Sean Payton's done a hell of a job to get that team to the number 1 seed, and he doesn't get even mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, look, Liam Cohen will get votes as the top guy. Whether he wins it, I think people are going to look at Mike McDonald and say, well, he's got the number 1 seed, and what did you expect from him? And he might end up winning it. But I think Liam Cohen's going to get first place votes, and I think he's going to be right there with him.
Yeah, and I think, accolades are fun because there's something you can point to and say, see, this is how good this person is. But at the end of the day, I think it's much like, to echo what Pete was saying, it's much like the Pro Bowl, where I think it is kind of a popularity contest more than anything. So I wouldn't put much weight into it. Like, if Liam Cohen wins, yeah, let's celebrate it. Let's put it all over the interwebs, on the internet and Twitter and everything. But if he doesn't win, like, I won't lose sleep because it is a popularity contest. And listen, Pete, I've been in those rooms where we're voting for Pro Bowl players, and people think it's okay. The best players are going to win it, right? We have respect. We watch the film and everything. It's like Survivor. It's like, okay, well, we need our defensive end to go to the Pro Bowl. So what we got? Okay, Houston, yeah, let's go and vote every one of those guys outside the Pro Bowl. Like that's. I'm not breaking any news here either. Right? That's how it's always been, man. It's kind of it's cutthroat.
By the way, let's just say that I get a sneaky suspicion that he got 1 first place vote.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got a sneaky suspicion that I talked to some people and he got at least 1
Sources
first place.
say there might be at least one. Okay.
Locking that in, Pete?
Okay.
Huh?
Locking that in?
Oh, I'm locking that in.
Oh, that's locked in.
Sounds like a lock to me. Yeah. All right. We'll find out at the honors, I guess. Right now, take us real quick through that process. Well, how many voters are on all this stuff?
I think there's 50.
Okay.
50 voters, and our ballots were due by 3 o'clock today.
Oh, they're already in.
And, yeah, and I take a lot of pride in doing mine. And we do first and second all-pro teams, and I go do the work, and I put the guys in there, and I make sure I'm not going to – and we got to do it, man. You got to put in – here's one. They put an all-purpose back on this all-pro team, which I think is really stupid because you know why? The all-purpose back can be the guy that's also the running back.
Yeah.
You can vote him in at 2 spots, which I think is dumb.
Yeah. We'll find out in a few weeks if the Jaguars have any accolades ahead. We're back in a moment, and we're going to keep it real about the quarterback matchup this week. A tale of the tape between Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. Our Mr. Chubby's food option for the production staff tonight, chicken quesadillas, chicken parm sandwiches.
Yep. Oh, you went for one of those.
I had a half of one.
And
then they had the garlic wings, which you can
By
smell
the way,
a mile
JP,
away.
this is after your feast in Tampa, because I know how Tampa is when you go to a game there. That's a feast.
Tampa is a feast, and they have the best hot dogs at halftime you'll ever see.
Really?
Oh,
There you go.
man.
Huh, okay.
Fantastic. Back in a moment. We'll keep it real, just not about food anymore. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
What's here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Jaguars fans, it's time to show up and show out. Get game day ready with fresh gear from Fanatics. Rock your teal and black with the new Sideline collection, head-turning headwear, and exclusive drops you won't find anywhere else. Visit any of our 11 convenient locations throughout the stadium and rep your Jags in style. The Jaguars Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
Jacksonville builders score big with DL Cabinetry. As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
You're judged as a quarterback by what, your team's record, by winning and losing, by how much you elevate the team, and ultimately what you do in the playoffs, right? So much of that gets, I think, resolved around this time, and the best rise, right? The best rise and the best elevate the people around them, and I think he's continued to do that down this stretch, right? Like so many different names were thrown around for MVP within the first 8 games of the season, and some of those teams aren't in the playoffs.
Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach, and welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Prisco. It is time for Keeping It Real. Still available for the postseason.
The 4 games for the 4 shows we're going to do.
This will be a long month and a half for some sponsor out there. Or not. It's fine.
You better get it now because next year the price might. I mean,
it's gonna
I don't work for advertising, but I assume
I don't either. But I know what they do over there, and I know
it
they
carries
do.
over.
Yeah.
Carryover effect.
We don't forget.
That's what happens. All right, we'll take a look at the tail of the tape between Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. We take a look at their regular season numbers, and Josh Allen completing 69% of his passes, Lawrence 61%. Of course, Trevor went over 4,000 yards and was pulled from the game yesterday. Josh Allen finishing with just under 3,700. More passing touchdowns for Trevor. 2 more interceptions for Trevor. The rushing yards, of course, Josh Allen, the most rushing yards of any quarterback this year, 579 on the ground, 14 rushing scores for Allen, but 9 rushing touchdowns for Trevor. And of course, that's one thing. That's the regular season this year. That's how it's gone in Buffalo. They've run the ball a bunch, and they use his legs and do some things. But when it comes to playoff comparison, well, Josh Allen's played in a bunch of playoff games, 13 of them, a 7-6 record, a bunch of losses to the Chiefs, of course, and head-to-head matchups with Patrick Mahomes. In the playoff games, Allen 66%. 25 touchdowns, only 4 picks in 13 games in the playoffs, and a rating over 101. Trevor, 2 games, and he threw 4 picks in the first half of the first one, and then rallied back, of course, and won that game. 5 touchdowns, 5 picks in 2 games in the playoffs. This will be the premier marquee matchup coming up on Sunday, these two.
Yeah, and, I think you like the Jaguars in a lot of areas, but one thing you can't deny is the experience of the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs, right? Like they are a postseason team. Their coaches have been there a bunch. A lot of players in that roster have been there a bunch, and I think that does mean a little something, right? So that gives them a little bump, a little edge in that category. And obviously, Josh Allen, as you see, has his fair share of experience as well.
How many guys that start on the Jaguars team right now have played in a playoff game?
I think it's like 30-something. I saw that number
on the roster, but is that right? On the roster, but how many have been on a playoff who start?
Actually started for one? I'd have to really dig for that. Don't know.
Yeah, because Van Lanta's never started a playoff game.
Probably not. No, he didn't start at all until this year.
No,
so
right.
And Jacoby Myers, New England, right?
Yeah, he has.
On the offensive line,
Brendan Strange hasn't, right?
I mean, Hainsey probably did 2 years ago, right? Because with Tampa,
Hainsey started in Tampa. He was the starting center on the Super Bowl team.
That's right. Yeah. So there's a couple of those guys.
I guess Van Lanen didn't. He wasn't really playing much in Green Bay.
He wasn't playing.
Yeah.
No. Anton,
22 here. Was he here?
Was he on that
I don't
team?
even think he was here yet.
No, I think that was Walker.
Here yet.
Joan Taylor on
That's
that
right.
team, wasn't he?
Those guys are gone now. So, Trevor.
I don't think there's that many. Well, Trevor did, clearly.
Yeah.
But, Brian Thomas, no.
Hines Allen.
Parker Washington, no. Hines Allen, Hamilton.
ETN, Trayvon Walker. The core guys in 22 that are still around.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Has Murray in the back end?
Yeah, he's played for the Chiefs, the Texans, I think, both of them, I think. Who else? I bet Newsom's never played a playoff game.
Yes, Cleveland. Didn't they go
he might have
Flacco?
played. He might have played that year when Baker was there.
Yeah, wasn't that Flacco got him there?
Flacco led him there, man. Come back.
That's right,
year.
Flacco. But he also might have been how. This is his what year? His 5th year.
Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah, so last year was contract.
But the experience factor is clearly on the other side.
Yeah,
they played a lot of playoff games. Milano and Tre'Davious White and even Bosa, who hasn't played a lot for them, but he's played a lot. He's played, he's been in games like that. Who else?
Newsom, by the way, he did play because Cleveland played at Houston after the 2023 season. They got blown out.
That was the Flacco team.
He had 4 tackles in that game.
Yeah, that was the Flacco team.
Actually, no, he had 4 tackles in that game. So, but the Bills have been there every year.
Yeah,
for 7 straight years now,
and played a lot of playoff games too. I mean,
deep
that's the
runs,
thing.
right? Like AFC Championship runs. Yeah. But
which is why some people say that this could be it for this group, because they have played so many games that you get to a point that the thing starts fraying and bodies start breaking down. That's the end, and you can still get back, like the Patriots did with Brady, because you'll still have Allen. Remember, they did their thing, and then it kind of broke up the group, and then they came back in a different version of it, but still with Brady. And that's what I think they're talking about with the Bills. If the Bills don't win this week or win going forward, then that could be what ultimately happens.
Makes a lot of sense, man. I mean, eventually you'd like to see like a Randy Moss go to Buffalo and help out Josh Allen a little bit more, right? Like Brady had.
If I were the Buffalo Bills, you know what I would do? I would do everything in my power to get Alec Pierce.
Yeah, he went off yesterday. He got ejected.
Well, he's gone off all year.
Right. Yeah, didn't against the Jags
when he had
ago.
the quarterback. When he had the quarterback, he didn't have the quarterback. I mean, but when he had the quarterback, he went off all year, and he's become a good route runner, and he can run. So, and he's big. So if you're the Chiefs, you need somebody that can stretch the field. The Bills. That's perfect for them.
True.
Yeah. All right, that's one edition of Keeping It Real. We've got another a bonus. Keeping It Real.
Wow. Two for the price of none.
Our crack research staff, which you made fun of earlier, realized that you might be wearing your shirt inside out right now, Pete. Is that true?
That's the style.
It's a style. It's a style.
This guy's got an all-pro vote.
Wow.
This guy's voting.
It's a style.
Which coaches are going to go win, Coach of the Year? And your shirt's inside out, sir.
What brand? Let's see the brand. Let's see it. I want to see it.
Hurley.
I can't see it.
Hurley.
But stand up. What are you doing?
No, I'm not standing
It's backwards.
It's backwards, Pete. It's inside out.
No. It is inside out. I put it on inside out purposely.
Did you? Did you not do laundry or something? It's not how it works, Pete.
It was in the closet. I pulled it up, put it on.
And you put it on wrong.
I put it on purposely. I put it on wrong. It feels better this way.
Do you need to check your ballot again to make sure we got the votes going to where they need to go to?
Oh, the votes went.
Okay. Well, I hope they went to the right spot. All right.
They did.
I mean, it's your house. You can wear what you want, I guess.
I guess, man.
You'd be surprised what I have on. Yeah.
I don't even want to know. No.
You want me to stand up?
No. Sorry I asked. My apologies. Back in a moment. Keeping It Real went too far. Way too real.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Kiss those sponsors goodbye. We had one for this segment, but.
All right, fan questions when we come back. Jaguars are AFC South champions. They'll host the Bills this Sunday. There are some tickets available. Jaguars.com/tickets. And PRI Productions, a Southeast full-service event company, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com and learn more. It's Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
Before you break ground on any project, make sure to call 811 before you dig. Sunshine 811 is a free service to have underground utility lines marked before digging. For projects of all sizes, creating a game plan can save you time and money. Skipping the call could mean accidentally hitting underground utility lines, which can lead to injuries, expensive repairs, fines, and even service outages in your neighborhood. Let's keep everyone safe. Dial or click ahead. Find out more at peoplesgas.com/811.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars souvenir cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
It's huge. I've seen so many cool pictures of the 22 game here at home and what that crowd did and what the community can do for a football team and what a football team can do for a community. And I think that the majority of these guys, they all want to play. They all want to play. The whole team, they want to play in front of this crowd. I remember hearing Brenton Strange's comments a couple weeks ago about, it's cool to go on the road and play in some cool atmospheres, but there's nothing like playing at home in front of this crowd and in front of this community. So we need them all. We need all of Duval to come out.
It's going to be a packed house at the bank this Sunday. 1 o'clock, the Bills and the Jaguars in an AFC Wildcard playoff game. Welcome back. It's Jaguars Happy Hour, our second hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Prisco. Pete, did you turn your shirt around? What in the world? We were trying to match you.
What's going on? We were trying to match you, man.
We were trying to match you.
I thought you knew something that we didn't.
No, I had a hit that I did. I rushed between shows because I had to I had a different shirt on for those when I did it. So I rushed in and switched, and I didn't know it was on Inside Out. You guys got me.
Well, now we changed and we're Inside Out just to make you feel better.
Solidarity. We're going to the playoffs now. We're trying to be in solidarity.
Come on,
accountability.
No, we need hoodies. Is what we need.
Oh, now
where are Lululemon hoodies?
It's a great question.
Great question.
It's a really great question.
Great question.
I mean, because Austin earned his.
Thank you, man.
The 5 punch cards.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're not going to give you at least give you an assistant GM job or something.
At least get me on the yacht one time just to see what that's all about. You know, I haven't been on there yet.
Yeah.
Has the yacht been in town at all?
I saw it a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's been around. So.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never been on that yacht either.
I haven't either.
Think of it.
Nope.
I haven't even been to a Christmas party
We should
yet.
do a show from the bow of the yacht one time is what we should do.
Oh, now we're talking.
Come on, Pete.
That sounds like fun, man.
Yeah.
When they dock it in in the Bay in San Francisco.
Ooh, I like that. See, it probably sounds like a whole lot of fun to Shad too. I'll tell you, probably not. Doesn't want us on there. No chance.
But here's another thing. When we talk about the Jaguars in the playoffs, one thing you got to consider: root for the lesser seed. So, like when the Chargers play the Patriots, you're a Charger fan. When the Texans play the Steelers, you're a Texans fan. Because then if the Chargers win, they'll go play the 1 seed and you'll play the Texans. And then if the lesser seed won and the Texans won and you won, then you have the championship game in Jacksonville.
It's all right here.
Let's go.
It's all out there. Now we have to look ridiculous for the rest of this segment because we were trying
You
to
can't tell, JP, I can promise you, you can't tell the difference with you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Like his is in reverse.
You're telling me
it's the same.
You're the one who has wears T-shirts backwards. Doesn't even know it.
But it was hard to tell. Mine was different. Yours you can't tell either.
I'm ready for my All-Pro vote right here. We ready to vote some All-Pros? JP, you ready? We got a pen?
I love it.
Okay.
My gosh.
Send them in.
All right. Fan questions are in. We put out the cat.
There weren't many, though. They were too good this week, so there weren't many, were there?
They're champions. What was there to ask? What else
well, you can still ask. You can still ask questions, football questions.
Well, we picked out a few. Here we go. At Always Jaguars, with the way Jonah Monheim has played, would you play him at right guard over Walker Little until McCary comes back?
No. I would not.
Think Walker Little played a little better last week?
He was a little better. He was a little better on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think, once again, this is the Colt Van Landen problem. Not everyone can just go into a position and play it at a Pro Bowl level off the get-go. I think Walker Little is fitting into his role a little better. He did show more promise against the Titans. And keep in mind, the Titans, in terms of interior defense, pretty solid.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Big and strong and powerful.
Yeah.
Did they say anything about McCary today? What's his status?
No, they're not going to say anything about injuries on Monday. No chance.
I think he was. It sounded like he was close last week, though.
The way I understand it is, I think they were probably hoping for this week, playoff week.
Yeah, so, which makes sense.
With the back issue.
But you don't want him injured in there because we saw what happened when he was injured in that game. Remember, that was the Broncos game, right, where he got beat on that one sack, and he had been hurt. That didn't look good.
Yeah, he stayed in there probably a little bit too long. At Lou Jag, should we take that as disrespect for the NFL to put us at 1 o'clock, or could that be a good thing for the Jags? I think it's pretty much ridiculous. There's only 6 windows, and it's a playoff game. You play it when you play it. However, I think they probably will use that as bulletin board material probably this week.
Is that a bad? The worst spot always used to be the 4. The joke used to be the Saturday. AFC South would play the 4:30 spot on Saturday. That was the worst spot.
Yeah, I mean this is CBS, A Crew, the whole deal, and I don't think this is bad at all. But I don't think they'll tell the players that.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking for motivation, look at obviously right now the Jags are underdog at home. That to me is what I'm pointing to. If I'm Liam Cohen,
but you also got to look at it from this standpoint where you're slotted in. The night game on Sunday, you see that 2 major markets. You're talking about the LA market and the Boston market. Yes, and if you talk about Jacksonville, it's a small market. You go to the Monday night game. Okay, the Texans. That's a relatively big market, Houston, and then you go to it's the Steelers.
Yes.
I mean, they're one of the national teams, so that you understand why they're in that spot. I thought they'd be at 4:30 on Saturday. the usual AFC South spot.
But then the Panthers snuck in, so that's why.
Correct.
There you go. Even though it is L.A. on the other side, but it's Carolina. They're 8-9, for goodness sakes.
Shout out to Jeff Bezos, too, for getting that Green Bay Chicago game. I mean, it's always a big rivalry. For Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. Shout out to Bezos for pulling the trigger on that one.
Big.
They've only played, 3 times in the playoffs in their history, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That is pretty amazing, actually. Yeah. Because they usually knock each other out, you know?
Right, but you would think that they would play at some point more than that in the playoffs, but they've only played 3 times in their history.
Wow. At JBS Inslee, how do you stop Josh Allen?
Are we doing Hines or Allen from the Bills?
No. The Bills quarterback, Josh Allen.
Yeah. Pete can go first.
Before we get into that, wasn't there some kind of bad blood issue between Hines Allen and Josh Allen?
I don't think so. I mean, they played that game where...
there's something...
was something
I don't know what it was.
Wasn't it?
Something was said or something along... Yes, there was at some point. I don't remember what it was. You got to look that up. I'll look it up.
I'll look it up, too. All right, good.
But how do you stop him? Don't allow him to become Superman. Keep him contained in the pocket. If you keep him contained in the pocket, I don't think the receivers are good enough down the field to win consistently. You can stop him that way. If he gets out and scrambles and runs around and does a bunch of things, then you got major problems.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to spy him with Lloyd if I have to. If we're going to run games like you probably will, if you're going to blitz it every once in a while, that's fine. But just make sure that, you have your lane discipline. Everyone's got to stay in their gap, because if you don't and he gets out, then that's going to be problems. And also, you saw this for the first, I think, second Titans drives. You saw that the defense, they like to play up a little bit and everything, but they weren't ready a couple times. And they kind of got caught, trying to drop back into coverage. And this is why the Titans guys got kind of wide open. You got to be ready to go. Don't be surprised by no huddle, because Buffalo, I get that to pound the rock and everything, but don't be surprised if Buffalo throws a new wrinkle out there and then all of a sudden it's no huddle, 2 tight ends, kind of like the Rams are doing, and kind of getting you behind the 8 ball a little bit. So be ready on defense, get your calls in quickly, and then when you rush Josh Allen, make sure that you stay in your lanes.
Hey, by the way, real quick, you mentioned that play where they got caught in the first drive, where they had everybody was at the line of scrimmage, and then they had guys spinning around trying to get it. It just was haphazard.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out who busted that. It was either. It looked like it was Newsome, maybe. I don't know. Did you see when you watched it? It was hard to figure out who busted it.
Well, here's the
thing.
When I'm seeing guys going like this and turning around, not looking at the ball, I think
it was
that's
weird.
a bust
Murray
on every.
had to turn and ran the whole. He really ran back.
It's kind of a bust on everybody at that point,
Yeah.
Next question. At Duval Hoops, who's playing better quarterback in the NFL than Trevor Lawrence?
Nobody
I don't think so.
Nobody. Matt Stafford, maybe, but he had a couple bad games. In this little streak, this little 8-game window, nobody's played better. Not one person.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't have Drake May's numbers in front of me. I knew he got that New York Jets bump a couple weeks ago, but besides that, I don't think anybody.
It's good to hear. It's good timing for that, too.
Yeah.
One other thing about I wanted to mention, you mentioned the line stunts and everything. See, the problem is the offensive lines, and as I watch more and more tape every week, the offensive lines in the NFL have real problems dealing with twists and stunts this year. And you noticed it also when you watch the tape. The guys have just been, and I'm talking about good lines too, because Jacksonville's offensive line is pretty good. The best way to give them problems is twist and stunt. They don't handle them very well.
Because and you are seeing a little miscommunication every once in a while too with like the backs, whether it's Travis Etienne or LaQuinn Allen. It's not perfect. Let's just say.
Is that a this year problem in the league, or is this something that has been building?
Well, because I think you're seeing a lot more of that by defenses, and I think offensive lines don't spend a lot of time working together, and offensive lines have injuries. And when you have injuries and new guys go in, the whole cohesion of passing off guys and everything isn't what it would be if you had spent the whole year working together. So I think as the season moves on, more and more teams are having success with it, and offensive lines are having problems with it. And you mentioned if Jacksonville has success with it too. When they rush the passer, But if you do that against Josh Allen and get caught inside, like you said, it's going to be a problem.
And the cool thing about Jacksonville, too, that's a little more unique is you have Lloyd who can rush from the blitzing linebacker spot, so you can have him coming on a delayed blitz and everything, and that makes things a little harder, too, on offensive lines.
One more question at Robert McJag. I sold my wife's engagement ring for a ticket to the game. Any advice on how to win her back? She packed her things and left with the kids yesterday to start a new life. Wow.
Well, that tells me that you wanted her out.
Wow. Or maybe he just really likes the Jaguars a lot. I don't know.
Oh, man.
You know that's not true, right? You know that can't possibly be true.
I mean, come on. It can't be, right?
No. Can't be true.
Maybe she was on her way out anyway.
Well, yeah, but maybe. So wait, what did he say? He sold his engagement ring?
Right. Sold the engagement ring for a ticket to the game. How do you win her back?
It was his wife?
Apparently. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, if it was his wife, she had the engagement ring.
Yeah, and she probably took it off and sold it. I don't know.
Left with the kids.
He said he sold it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how did he get it back? What did he do? Cut her finger off before she left?
Well, listen, I'm going to tell Robert right now, I mean, not ideal, obviously, this is true, but at the end of the day, I mean, it sounds like you've been in a relationship with the Jaguars for a long time. There's been a lot of rocky roads, right? There's been some ups, but a lot of downs. Enjoy your dividends now, right? Because they've turned over a new leaf, and hopefully this is a new blossoming relationship with the Jacksonville Jaguars and yourself, Robert.
Don't get that drastic. Watch it on TV. Yeah, okay. Come on, don't get that drastic.
Unless you just want it out anyway, then this is your chance.
Yeah.
All right. Those are the questions. That's what you get when you win the division.
Well, if he sold the engagement ring, he should be able to get his luxury suite.
Yeah.
I mean, the tickets aren't that expensive anymore, are they?
I don't know. We don't know how nice the ring was either. That could have been a problem. Why should
true. That's very true. Yeah, maybe that's why she's calling to begin with. Yeah, that's what you're saying, Austin?
I ain't trying to push
this little damn thing. I'm out.
Wow. All right, let's come back. We'll go around the NFL and take a look at the rest of the playoffs. Yes, there are other playoff games.
Mm-hmm. Hard to believe.
No. The only one that matters is right here Sunday at 1 o'clock. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com and move into your dream home today.
It's almost basketball season. North Florida basketball is right around the corner. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFOspreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Again, North Florida basketball is almost here. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFOspreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Swoop.
My husband, Steve, was diagnosed with prostate cancer. They only gave him months to live. That was years ago. Now, he's out there, under the tree. Nature photography is his thing. And apparently, so is catching poison ivy.
Oof, so itchy. UF Health, human progress has no finish line.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Hey, Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
A 67-yarder from the right hash. Logan Cook will put it down. There's the hold. There's the kick. The 67-yard field goal. It is good! From 67 yards to end the half. How good is that?
Well, so good that it's the longest outdoor field goal in NFL history. That's the call of the game. Presented by Coil Fence. Since 1927, they've been around the block and fenced it too. Welcome back. Jaguars Happy Hour, JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Prisco. Of course, now the two longest field goals in NFL history. Cam Little, 68 and 67 with room to spare. Not even a doubt. The little baby drawback.
Speaking of Pro Bowl, I mean.
Right?
By the way, he didn't get voted in the Pro Bowl. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
What do they do, Cameron Dicker?
Where does he hide the little metal thing inside his shoe that makes the ball go that far?
Wow. Okay, you just accused him of cheating.
No, I mean, it's amazing that a guy that little can kick the ball that far.
And that one had room to spare, too.
Yeah.
Had a lot of room to spare.
I mean, he is a weapon. And look, when you get into close games, but let's not forget where we were about 10, 11 weeks ago, remember?
I was calling for competition, Pete.
You did.
We were. We both were.
Yeah.
We all were.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
And then you start
Liam,
making kicks again.
Once again, but credit to Liam. Like, Liam, by my understanding, never brought anybody else in.
Nope.
Right? You said Cam Little's our guy. And look what's happened since.
That's right.
You know, I mean, once again, this is a guy who feels like he's in it with you. And he defended his guy, and it's paid dividends ever since.
You know, it's funny. We were sitting there, and I go, he banged home that long field goal. Then he had the 52? Was it 51 or 52?
Yeah, 52,
I go, watch him miss that one now. This is too short for him.
Right. All right. For 12 years, Dreamfinders Homes has been proud to call themselves the official home builder of the Jaguars. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all the available inventory, and go Jags. Let's go around the NFL. There are coaching vacancies. It is Black Monday for a lot of teams. Been there, done that. Not fun. Have the T-shirts. Cleveland Browns, Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, Las Vegas Raiders, New York Giants, Tennessee Titans. What is the best job in the league right now that's open, Pete?
I think it's the Giants, and I'll tell you why. If you believe in Dart, and he showed enough that I think you can start believing in him, they have a ton of defensive assets that can rush the passer. And you know, Carter, when he got focused, has really been good. You know, Dexter Lawrence is good. Burns has, 15 sacks this year. They can get after the quarterback. You got Neighbors coming back next year. Remember, he didn't play all year. And so I think that, to me, is the best job of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, you're only as good as your quarterback's going to allow you to be. And I think right now you got Cam Ward at Tennessee, who's going to be the future there. You got Jackson Dart with, I think, a lot better pieces around him and complementary football on defense. Everybody else, Raiders, no idea. Falcons, Penix, we'll see. Cardinals going to trade away Murray, and Cleveland Browns. Best of luck to you. So, yeah, I'm taking the Giants
the Falcons
as well.
have talent on that team, young talent, but they have a quarterback issue.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. Penix is coming off his third ACL. You don't know what he's going to be. And was he that good when he was playing? So I think when you look at it, I think the Giants' job is most intriguing. Now, if you want to start from scratch, the Raiders' job is intriguing too because you got the number 1 overall pick.
But you got to deal with the leadership and ownership out there, which can be inconsistent at times. All right, let's take a look at the playoff picture and go through the schedule of games this weekend. Saturday, The 5-seed Rams, the 4-seed Panthers, Bank of America Stadium, downtown Charlotte. The NFC, whatever they are, NFC South champion Carolina Panthers have lost the last 2 games to backdoor in.
Yeah, and I think they beat the Rams in Week 13, remember? And
Sure,
they had a pick 6 for a touchdown, and Stafford threw 3 picks. That ain't happening again. The Rams are going to give them a beating.
Yeah, Panthers, enjoy your participation medal for getting a home playoff game. I got the Rams.
Yeah, they didn't look good the other day either.
They're mad at me, the Panther fan, by the way, because I took shots at Bryce Young.
What'd you say?
Not very good.
Why is that upsetting to them?
Because they think he's good.
Compared to what?
You did the game on Saturday. Did you see anything that made you think he's good?
Not really. No.
How about the late throw to the outside that was picked off? Was that a good one?
That was probably a bad one.
And by the way, why did he dive on the fumble?
That's a great question.
Did anybody? Nobody asked him that.
He kind of got there and then kind of backed out of it. It was like, I don't want any piece of that. Yeah. Well, he's like 130 pounds, too, by the way.
I don't care. You got to go in there and get that football.
I'm with you. 7-seed Packers at the 2-seed Bears. Night game, Soldier Field. Oof.
Packers should have beat him the first. Well, they did beat him the first time. They should have beat him the second time. Remember the onside kick game. And now they get Love back. And Love's back healthy. He got his receivers healthy. They can throw. The Bears can't stop. They're bad on defense right now. So I think the Packers win it again.
Man, I don't know how healthy Josh Jacobs is. What his whole deal? Because they need Josh Jacobs to go. It's much like I think James Cook in Buffalo. The offense kind of runs through him, even though Jordan Love is a capable quarterback. I like the Bears here.
All right, real quickly, we'll get to the Bills-Jags coming up. Niners-Eagles 6-4 game in the NFC on Sunday.
I like the Eagles. Look, it's kind of funny. You got the bad offense of the Eagles against the bad defense of the Niners and the good offense against the good defense. So something gives. I think the Eagles will find some offense. I think they win the game in advance.
I think the Eagles might have something in them for another run, even though it doesn't make any sense at all. But, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles here.
Well, you know what made no sense? Sitting their starters on Sunday because they could have been the 2-seed.
I know.
And if the Bears win and they win, they're going to end up playing at Chicago instead of playing at home. That's dumb.
7-seed Chargers at the 2-seed Patriots in the AFC. Night game, Foxborough.
Pats can't rush the quarterback that well, and that's kind of the Achilles heels of the Chargers, but I still think a West Coast team going to cold weather, playing in New England, I like Vrabel here.
I like New England too, but I think it's going to be a tighter game than people give that team. Because Harbaugh, he's a tough guy. He's going to make that close.
Monday night, the 5-seed Texans and the 4-seed Steelers. Night game, Monday. Who you like? Quick.
The matchup that worries me, that offensive line of the Texans against that Steelers front, I'm going to take Rodgers and the Steelers in that one.
I'm leaning Houston. I think Houston's defensive line, yeah.
There you have it. And now, of course, the 6-seed Bills and the 3-seed Jaguars, 1 o'clock Sunday, Everbank Stadium. Are there any locks?
Not by me.
I was hoping we can get one together, Pete, for the first time on the show, man.
Well, you got.
What are you locking? You locking Buffalo?
We can go on this together.
Let's lock it.
Lock it in. Let's go.
Wow, it's a double
Frisco
lock.
Lane House of Pain coming at you. That's a double lock.
A double lock.
That's a double lock.
I think they're winning. I think they're better than people give them credit for. And I picked Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl. And I just think Jacksonville's going to derail it right here. I think they're the better team.
Agreed, man.
Close game, high-scoring game, Pete?
Close, high-scoring, a lot of points. You're going to see a lot of points on Sunday.
I can see that as well. Yeah.
I think it's going to be high-scoring, throw the ball around, 2 quarterbacks, and in the end, I think the Jaguars will find a way late to win it on a late drive and a bang-home field goal by Cam Little. How about that?
How about that?
I like it.
That'd be nice. This place would go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You don't want to get to that, though. You don't want that to agonize like they did when the Chargers game.
Or something, you know.
Man. All right, playoffs are here. Jaguars are 13-4 going into the playoffs as a 3-seed. Remarkable to think about, and we've got a week, a little less than a week now to figure it out. Sunday, 1 o'clock, kickoff time. Should be a packed house, sold-out house most likely as this week goes along.
If that plays out that way, you know where they go next week? Foxborough.
Been there before.
Yeah.
Need to change.
I remember when the lights went out in 1996.
Need to change the history.
Sports entertainment.
Yeah. Pete, have a great week. Always a pleasure.
Yep. We'll see you next week, and it won't be the end for us, I don't think.
I like that.
Show goes on.
The double lock is in. So, I mean,
the double lock
is in.
That's what it
Coming
is.
for that yacht. Let's go.
Yep.
One of these days.
In San Francisco.
We'll see you there. We're going to do it from the bow of the Kismet. That's Pete Prisco, Austin Lane. I'm JP Shadrick. Thanks to our entire crew, Joe Fortunato, Brent Reaver, Manny Alvarez-Penzin with all the graphics and everything today. Everybody behind the scenes as well that gets the job done. Kate Waske, Nick Cortez, Bill Pease, Brooke Hopfe, our whole crew. Thank you for listening and watching. It's Jaguars Happy Hour.